I'm back and I'm going to be working on day 13 today. And so I'm going to be doing the back of this pocket. I did want to decorate it. Right now it's pretty plain and I want to have something to make it a little more fancy. And then on this side, I'm going to be doing the one with the 4x4 pockets and then that small strip down the side. So, excuse me, I was thinking about putting this photo up here of me, which is kind of a goofy photo, but it was me coming in to work. And I just thought it would be fun to take a picture of me as I'm walking and with my little fur coat on, and then also to represent the fact that it was snowy and cold that day. And this is about all with the snow we got, so it was kind of disappointing. I do like snow, you know, not a lot, and I prefer not when I'm going into work, but I do like some snow. I think we should have snow for Christmas time, but you know, that doesn't always happen. So what I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to be using this vellum piece, and this is going to go in that one skinny part of the pocket. It's this page protector. I actually have some photos for tomorrow in it, but it's going to be the 4x4s and this skinny piece. So that's where this piece is going to go. And I'm thinking about using this old background stamp from Stampin' Up. It's from, looks like 2000. And I don't think I have the name of it on here. It doesn't say, but what I'm thinking about doing is doing some embossing on here with my gold detailed Stampin' Disc embossing powder to put on the back of this, or not on the back of this, but on this. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to turn out or not, and depending on how it all looks, earlier in the month, I was planning on using these little ornaments that I punched out with the Stampin' Up punch, and I never did. So I'm thinking about after I do the embossing, using these ornaments there and then using some of my gold thread to thread them, but I'm just not quite sure yet. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be just too much. I may end up keeping it just with the embossed, or I may end up doing this, so we're just going to kind of have to figure that out as we go. And then for this photo, since it is just leaves, I wanted to dress it up a little bit, so I'm thinking about putting this chipboard piece here. I was thinking about putting the middle, but that really covers up the icy, snowy that's kind of mostly on this part of the leaf. So I thought by sticking it here, it wouldn't disrupt the picture because it's the background of all the leaves. So it gives it something kind of fun. So on the other side of the page, I got this in the Ali Edwards 2015 kit. And I'm not sure if you can tell, yeah, on camera, but it's embossed. And I thought it was really pretty. So it's got this kind of like naturescape. And I thought it'd be perfect for the fact that, you know, I have outdoor stuff over here and with the leaves and such. So I think I'm just going to put that on the back of this. And I really think this chipboard piece is cute. This is from the Snow and Cocoa chipboard piece. I'm going to put this here. And I have yellow over here and a lot of pink and other colors, and I don't have it much over here. So I'm not quite sure. I have this strip. I was thinking about possibly either cutting it down or putting it like this. I'm not quite sure. But I did trim this out of the 6x6 paper pad. This is just like a little banner. So I'm thinking about putting that here. And I may, because I have the banner, it does have some yellow on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to need this strip or not. So I'm still trying to decide on what I want to do there. But I also have this chipboard piece from the Snow and Cocoa chipboard set that I thought I'd put right there under it. So I just need to figure out if I would like that, or if I want a little bit more presence of the yellow. I don't have a lot of yellow in the album yet, so this might be kind of fun to do some yellow, but it might be a little bit too much. So what I may do is trim this down thinner and do like a fishtail banner to kind of mimic the fishtails in the banners here. So that's kind of where I'm thinking at on this one. So I'm going to kind of play a little bit, and then once I figure out what I'm going to do, I'll be back. I'm going to emboss this here right now, and then we'll play with the ornaments to see what's going to work best. All right, so I'm getting ready to emboss this, and I thought I'd show you guys that I'm using this EK Success powder tool. I think I showed this in another video, but not when I was bossing. But what I do is I just brush on this powder on the background, especially vellum. Vellum is very staticky, so I want to make sure that I only have the embossing powder sticking to where I'm embossing. So I just use this embossing, or this EK Success powder tool, and I put that all over the surface, and then it puts this, you probably can't see it. No, I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. Maybe a little bit. It puts this powder on there, and then when you go to do the stamping, it actually allows it to only stick, the embossing powder to only stick to the surfaces where you're stamping. So I am going to get this all inked up, and I'll kind of show you how that ends up looking. Hopefully I can do that without shaking the camera too much. I think I mentioned another video. I need to figure out a different camera setup so the camera doesn't shake so much when I'm doing things on it. When it's in fast forward, it's not so bad, but definitely this live stuff, which I'm not going to be doing too often after December Daily. I prefer the voiceovers, but once it goes a little faster, it's not so bad, but when it does go slow, it's not the best. So the only thing bad about these Stampin' Up! Stamps is that you cannot see through them, obviously. So it's going to be very interesting for me to line it all up, and I apologize for the shaking of the camera. So it's going to be interesting to line it all up once I get done, but we're going to do the best we can. So I don't know if you can see that. Maybe. There we go, a little bit in the light. You can kind of see the embossing, or that Versamark. So I will go ahead and emboss this. I'll add this gold embossing powder, and then I'll be back in just a second. All right, so now I have that all embossed, and it turned out really nicely. I really like how it looks. Let's see if it actually will end up looking okay with the page. I'm just going to bring over the pieces that are for this particular page instead of the whole layout. So I like that so far. I just need to figure out if it's going to look okay with the, I have embossing powder everywhere, if it's going to look okay with the ornaments or if I want to do something different. Let's see. I might like that a little bit better. Let me outline the rest of them and see what happens. So I like that better, but I'm still not sure if that's the way I want to go with it. But it does kind of mimic the burr over here. So it may end up working. I'm still trying to decide if I want to put this strip of yellow. I don't know. I definitely don't need a strip that large. So let me trim it down a bit and put some fishtails on it and see if that makes a difference. I'm going to trim it to about 3/4 of an inch. And then add some fishtails on the end, if I can pick it up. Nothing too extreme. And sorry if you hear my doggy. He's whining. I need to let him out of the room here in a second. He's sometimes happy being in here, and then sometimes when I close the door, he, of course, as soon as I close the door, he wants to get out. As soon as I open the door, he wants to come in. But the life of a puppy dog. All right, let's see if I like this better. It's kind of subtle, and I think I might like that. Let me let the doggy out, and I'll be right back. All right, doggy is out of the room. So, yeah, I think I do like how that looks. I am going to commit and then glue that down. I do think it puts a little pop of color, and because I trimmed it down a bit and then put the fishtails on it, it just ever so slightly peeks out, and then it's not so, I guess, disruptive, if you will. So do I put down a little further? Or do I have some separation? Oh, decisions. I'm going to have the separation, I think. So that's that. And I've already glued this stuff down in this Christmas tree. So I think now I am going to just tie this around. I may end up making bows and then having them stringing over the top, maybe stapling them down. So that's what I'll do next. I'll do that off camera just so I can play with that. And I'll be back in just a second to show you how it ends up looking. All right. So you know what? I think I may just keep them like this. But I will... I'm a little nervous. I'd like to pop them up on foam dots, but because it is that thin space, I'm probably not going to do that because this is already going to give them some dimension. And knowing me with these little thin pockets, it doesn't like to stay in there. I'll probably just staple it to the pocket. Let's glue these guys on here. I think I'm going to do them something like this. And I'm trying to see if I should stagger them a bit and then trim off the edges. That might look kind of cute. Let's stick these photos back in here. I'm kind of being indecisive now. So let's see. I don't know, I think I need to have them spread out a bit more. And then, like I said, today is the 13th. So I think what I'm going to do for the 13th is use another one of the badges. So I think I'm going to have the 13 there. And I think I am, let's see, I may not go off the edge. I'm not sure with that outline if it's going to look right if I go off the edge. So I'm going to stick them down like that. Now, sticking them down, I think what I'm going to end up doing is using my tiny attacher to stick these down. So I'm going to put this right up to the very edge. And then I'm going to see if I can kind of tuck this up underneath here. Or actually, I may just use it as a design element. Some texture. Yeah, I don't mind that actually. There. I like that. All right. So I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I'm going to end up taking the back off of this and putting some foam adhesive, and I'll probably end up sticking it directly to the photo because I have this other chipboard piece here. And I think that's pretty much all I'm going to do today. I think I'm just going to keep it simple. I really don't have any journaling. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I think this is just how it's going to end up looking. Thank you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you liked the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I love hearing from you guys. So I will talk to you guys again very soon. Bye.